Just when it seemed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex had securely transcended beyond petty celebrity scandalmongering, newly emerged footage from last month's EPSY Awards has rocked the internet, capturing Prince Harry and Meghan Markle embroiled in an explosive, profanity-laced argument backstage that's rapidly devolving into a full-blown PR crisis. In the shocking 3-minute video clip, initially posted by Delaware dentist-turned-amateur paparazzi blogger Woofer Jennings, the royal couple can be seen having an intense shouting match just moments after presenting the visionary Vanguard honor during the glitzy New York City charity gala for Oprah Winfrey's Essential Optimism and Supernatural Your Truth Verdicts Foundation. "I can't bloody believe you just went off script like that in front of Oprah and everyone," an irate Harry bellows at his wife while clutching his forehead. The footage begins with His Royal Highness already appearing visibly distraught and Meghan rolling her eyes. "Going off script," she fires back in utter disbelief. "I simply spoke a few extra words of truth from the heart about our shared-lived racial traumas finally being amplified on that stage tonight." Meghan is referring to unscripted comments she made during the Vanguard presentation, briefly referencing controversies over Buckingham Palace staffers' past laundering of colonialist messaging to British media members. Her husband, however, didn't appreciate the surprising spontaneity. Those were Oprah's explicit instructions: minimize any cultural divisiveness and steer clear of palace gossip shite to avoid being accused of publicity narrative arcing. But Meghan immediately cuts off Harry's anxious rationale to double down on justifying her unprompted ruminations about racial inequities. "Publicize this, broke back, not sharing unbridled precarity with the EOSYV sphere after everything we've all endured would have been the real disrespect," she fires back while jabbing a finger toward Harry's chest. From there, the video rapidly descends into increasingly R-rated depths as the verbally vicious confrontation escalates over whose prerogative was prioritized at their Vanguard celebration honoring free speech advocates bravely slaying transcendent mythologies. "You insufferable deek-brained F-Quissel, you just can't resist chasing microaggressions for the cameras, can you? Shut your gamey cut mouth for once and consider everyone other than your intense woman scorns. I'm the F-King Commonwealth, you haughty sociopath. Zip it, bargain bin fauntlery, everything I speak is boundless heart-mind sagacity compared to your dropped cerebrum criming. At least my brains aren't rotted from sticking silver clawplows up my Neptune." Before Harry can finish what many are interpreting as an extremely vulgar insult about female genital mutilation, however, Meghan cuts him off in a frenzy of rage with shouts of, "How dare you insinuate that disgusting stereotype of African femininity on the very evening I was supposed to be lavished as an inspirational paradigm shattering the bigoted mental colonies still imprisoning the unintelligible ranting." By this point, the footage makes clear both former royals are completely red-faced apoplectic, shoving each other against hallway walls and appearing dangerously close to outright physical confrontation. Some viewers have even speculated that Meghan's indiscernible tirade about mental colonies and falsehoods represents a psychologically disturbed break from reality under extreme emotional duress. Regardless, Harry seems to have reached his wits' end with his wife's unrelenting righteous indignation because the recently uncovered video ends with the visibly shell-shocked Duke unleashing one final blistering verbal salvo. "You ungrateful, Munchausen Malkavian." All of this bemoaning oppression glamored up our entire being here tonight in the first place. Frankly, I can't tell if you're perpetually prostrate playing race supremacy victim scapegoating or the most malignantly grifting supremacist race itself anymore. We were set up. Needless to say, the uncensored video of Harry and Meghan's white-hot tirade has sent shockwaves throughout the entertainment industry. On one hand, many longtime culture critics have seized upon the footage as ultimate validation that the Sussexes' perpetual grievance branding effectively proves them fundamentally disingenuous purveyors of perpetual malcontent. Classic Hollywood snarker Perez Hilton even resurfaced his long-unused celebrity labeling portmanteau to skewer them as grifter royals. Conversely, Meghan's most ardent supporters have lauded her unapologetic pushing of racial rhetoric as far more heroically radical than initially perceived. Leading social critic activists like Ibram X. Kendi and Angela Rye have applauded her willingness to confront white hysteria even from a white-presenting husband over speaking unvarnished truth about systemic oppression. The levels of traumatizing racial gaslighting Meghan has clearly had to endure from Prince Harry alone underlines precisely why her loud, visceral candor needs amplifying, stated Kendi during an MSNBC appearance. His post-racial delirium attempts to discredit her using the type of misogynoir tropes about her credibility and sanity that continues oppressing so many marginalized voices in elite white spaces. Of course, perhaps no reaction has proven more highly anticipated than Oprah Winfrey's response to all the public drama surrounding the massively controversial EPSY fracas. Reports quickly surfaced following the leaked backstage footage that the media mogul was said to be absolutely distraught and blindsided over her event being upstaged by such unseemly spectacle. Sources close to the situation claim Winfrey demanded an emergency mediation session with her long-distressed daughter-nieces to get some semblance of closure on the troubling episode. However, most accounts suggest Harpo offered little solace to all parties involved. When Oprah told Meghan to her face that she and Harry embarrassed themselves worse than Tom Cruise on Oprah's couch, that pretty much set Meg off on another prolonged hectoring lecture about the toxicity of internalized misogynoir, claimed a Hollywood insider with intimate knowledge of the showdown. They continued, "All I know is poor Stedman had to be sedated after witnessing Meghan's multi-hour rant pushing Oprah to her breaking point of near disassociated eye bulging. Let's just say the EPSY brand's philanthropic mission of speak your truth but be accountable wasn't being upheld by any stretch." The subject even got broached about rescinding their Vanguard Award if either or both Sussexes refused to issue formal on-air apologies. As of press time, neither Harry or Meghan have directly addressed the leaked argument footage beyond a tersely worded Instagram statement from their Archwell Foundation briefly confirming its authenticity while pleading for privacy during this recovering period of spiritual realignment away from demoralizing forces attempting character assassination sabotage. Many entertainment pundits and scholars, however, believe the entire ugly incident may forebode even darker clouds ahead for Hollywood's most controversial power philanthropists if left unresolved.